everyone, this is episode 5. We will be discussing a couple topics. On this episode, we will be discussing discharges, AMAs, and 2567s, which are self-reportables. So let's get started. Like I said, my name is Tammy Scott, nursing home administrator. I hope you guys like these videos. If you don't like these videos, please comment, whatever. Let me know, inbox me about how I can get better, whatever. But the reason for these videos is because I want to have transparency with individuals that's out there who to understand what do nursing home administrators go through, plus during the pandemic and now the tridemic. So please continue to watch these videos. These videos are also so good for other administrators to watch, and they also are good for me as well. Kind of therapeutic for me, because I would like for you guys to understand what nursing home administrators go through. So thank you guys for watching. Please follow us on all platforms that's out there. IG BLAHC, BLAHC, YouTube, LinkedIn. You guys can follow me at Tammy Scott, LNHAMHSA, Tammy Scott. So and also Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter on BLAHC. Okay. So please let's follow me and let's just get started. Okay. So the first thing first is discharges. Administrators have a lot of issues when it comes to discharges, plus involuntarily discharges. So when it comes to discharges, you just can't discharge a resident. You have to also look at their insurance. If they private pay, Medicare, or Medicaid, it's different elements to it, and it's different protocols and policies that come with that. The most difficult one is when individuals have Medicare and or Medicaid. Reason being, if a person have Medicare, yes, it's short term. Medicaid, mostly long term. So if they have Medicare, you'll possibly, when they come in, the first thing you do, you start the discharging summary when they first come in. Ask the family, where are they going after therapy? So the family will give you an understanding where they will be going once the therapy is completed. That sounds good. The issue now risen when you have a loved one that's on Medicare who's short term, who's finishing up their therapy, and the family can no longer care for them. As administrator, I have came across a couple cases like this. Well, not a couple cases, a lot of cases where you have to roll the resident to Medicare to Medicaid, which is long-term care. But the thing is, if it's good because you get a trial run to understand how would this resident fit with the other residents that's there. So it's kind of good. But the issue is when you have family members who do not want to come pick up their loved ones, that is not a great fit as a long-term resident at the facility, and they no longer can take care of their family. The issue is when it comes to the nursing home administrators and the nursing homes, we get cited. We get cited if we do a involuntary discharge and it's not the place that they go is not a safe place for them to go to. We always get cited. The nursing homes always get hard, but the families who are there to get on the families. Okay, you'll call the Adult Protective Services. You can call all these individuals like this, but the families can easily say, we can't take care of them. We just can't take care of them. And this person could be Medicare. So if this person Medicare, they only have like a certain amount of days. So if they only have a certain amount of days in this skillable therapy, you knew in the beginning that you have to come and pick up your loved one. Your loved one might not be fit to stay at the nursing home. But now, because some of the family members, they do not want to come and pick up their loved one, guess who is now stuck with this resident? The nursing home is stuck with this resident. So now we have to go through this whole shebang of trying to find someone to come get this loved one under Medicare. Then we go to all these other things of non-payment, because after they leave for Medicare and they short term and they not approved for long term, or they not a great candidate for long term, then we have to then get paid. But what if this candidate is not a great candidate for long term? Then we have to see, can we get this person Medicaid? But then you have to get this person Medicaid. Then you got to contact the family and see, go past the last 5 years to see if they have a house, what kind of money, if they have Social Security. We have to get all these information. The family don't want to give you any of this information. So they don't want to give you this information. They have to come and pick up their loved ones. But that's become the issue, is the fact that they don't want to come and pick up their families. So we always, as administrators, have to go through this. We have to go through loved ones not want to come and pick up their loved ones after their therapy of Medicare. Then on top of that, after they don't want to come and pick up their loved ones, they don't want to give us all the information that they need for them to be approved for Medicaid, because we have to go to the past 5 years to see what do they have before it's Medicaid. See, Medicaid is considered it's long term, but it's considered low income. So that means that basically this person basically doesn't have any money left. So whatever money they have, then have to be turned into the nursing home, because all this is government. Social Security, disability checks, all this right here is government. So they have to turn all that over to the nursing home. And a lot of families do not want to turn all that over. Plus, if they have housing and they have money in the bank, these are things that we would have to know about. And a lot of them have a hard time turning that over. Plus, if they trying to get their loved one into the nursing home. So that become a huge issue for us. So I just want people out there to understand, when it comes to a nursing home administrator, we get a lot of backlash because of this. And it's not fair to us. It's not fair that someone could drop their loved one off in the nursing home and say, oh, they can get therapy, they're going to get therapy, but they'll never come and pick their loved one back up. Nor do they want to give us all the paperwork that is needed to make sure that they apply for Medicaid. So that is a huge issue when it comes to discharges. Another issue is just discharges, period, when it comes to Medicaid. So when it comes to Medicaid, of course, you can get a person 30-day discharge, but you have to follow protocols. Each state have like the similar things. You have to basically get approved from the medical director, and you have to have a reason of why you're discharging off the list. Some of them can be for non-payment. Some of them can be because they're harmful to themselves or others. Some because you just can't care for them because they probably don't need any of the services that's at the nursing home. It could be a lot of those things as well. So you have to be able to check off one of them check-off lists before you do a 30-day discharge. But the issue is, when you do a 30-day discharge, you have to add a lot of people up into the mix. You have to get with the ombudsman. You have to contact the local, the state state ombudsman, the federal ombudsman. You have the Office of Long-Term Care. Sometimes the Attorney General offices. You have to contact a lot of people or put a lot of these individuals on this email when you're doing a 30-day discharge, which can be very difficult. But sometimes these things is necessary. Plus, if you have a certain individual that's in your building that have a lot of behaviors. So let's get into what nursing homes go through when it comes to discharges, involuntary discharges of individuals who are on Medicaid who have behaviors. So anything can trigger a person's behavior. Anything. PTSD, roommates, food, anything. So people have to understand there are individuals that are out there who have behaviors that a lot of these behavioral health centers or mental health centers do not want. A lot of these mental health centers and psychiatric centers are acute. Acute basically means temporary. not long term. And a lot of times, their family can't take care of them. So basically, where are they going to go? Basically, they go into nursing homes. So people have to understand what administrators go through when they have these behavior nursing homes. So as an administrator who been interim, who also be permanent of behavior nursing homes and also trouble in buildings, I got used to certain things, but a lot of administrators cannot do a lot of things that I'm used to. They just can't take it. So a lot of these behavior nursing homes, you would get individuals who have a lot of behaviors. Like they will curse. They will tell you no, they're not gonna do this, that, and third, which they have a right to do. But sometimes their behaviors can be very, very dangerous to themselves or to others. Plus, if they have some type of mental illness where they can just come out of a room and just attack someone. Plus, if they hear voices, if they hear voices and they think someone telling them to do something, or someone did something to them and that person really didn't do anything to them, they could just go up and just hit someone. And for us as administrator, we have to be proactive. And not only we have to be proactive, we also have to be active if something like that happens, because you also have to deal with the other person who get hit, their family. So we have to deal with certain stuff like that. No one wants to put their loved one into a nursing home thinking that another person would hit them. So that right there will become a very, very hard pill to swallow. So it's a lot of things as administrator we have to do. And when it comes to the involuntary discharges of 30 days, sometimes you will get a lot of backlash when it comes to families, and you will get a lot of backlash when it comes to a lot of, not even backlash, is the lack of help. It's the lack of help. People, there's administrators out there who have individuals that's in their nursing homes who would like to get them out of their nursing home because they are just very, very, very dangerous to themselves and to others and staff. Like, there have been times where I have individuals that hit staff, bust their nose, broke their teeth and everything. It's just become very, very, very dangerous. And there have been times where I had to make calls, and I don't mind making those calls because now it's a safety issue. It's a safety issue for the staff, for the resident themselves, and other residents that's involved. And that's why I say it's a lack of resources and there's a lack of help that's out there. For instance, you can have a resident who have behaviors and they just go on a streak, just want to fight. You as a administrator, you have to do a self-reportable. You have to report it to the state automatically. Don't matter, because it's considered abuse. You got to do it. So after you do all that, of course, the surveys are coming. So please get your documentation, get all your witness statements, get everything that you need. Make sure you have your body audits. Make sure you got all the files completed. Make sure you got everything that you needed for before the survey comes. The survey can come at any time. They can come the next day, whatever. But you have that. Most states are kind of different, but sometimes you have that 5-day window. But when you have something reported, you got to report it immediately. You have to report it to the state immediately, but your investigation is like 5 to 7 days. It depends on what state you are in. But you got to hurry up and do your investigation. You don't have long. So please make sure you get all your documentation in order. Make sure you do that. But like I said, when you're doing a self-reportable, of course, when the surveyor come in and they go and they do everything that they're supposed to, it could be very, very hard when it comes to discharge, because sometimes the end result is for a discharge. You need to give this person a 30-day discharge. So if you have in the areas where there's lack of resources for this individual to go to behavioral health center or mental health center, it could be very, very difficult. Like these big cities, they will have mental health centers. But if you also have a city who have all these individuals in mental health centers, and you also have these rural areas who's looking for that, sometimes they have lack of rooms and offices. They got a lack of everything. So it can be very, very difficult trying to find a room for them or a place for them to go. So as a nursing home administrator, we have to become very, very creative of where these individuals go. They can go to like care homes, they can go to senior apartment housing, they can go to shelters, extended stays. They can go to other places that they can go to that are safe. But it's important as a nursing home administrator for you to understand other nursing home, behavioral nursing homes that's out there. If you haven't the interim or you only been working at a certain nursing home, you will not know all the behavior nursing homes out there, and because they don't call themselves behavior nursing homes. So that's the reason why you have to get out. You have to meet other administrators. You have to understand other nursing homes that's in your state, so you'll be able to know this. And that's one thing that's I'm very good at is I know the behavior nursing homes because I work at these troubling buildings. So I will know what building or individuals that would be able to hold individuals like them. But like I said, it can be very, very difficult to find housing with certain individuals. So when you're dealing with a discharge, it could be very difficult. 30 days or discharge within 30 days. They could get discharged within 30 days. So you have to make sure wherever they're going is a safe place for them. So if it's hard for you to find a safe place for them to go to, guess what? You basically stuck with that person. And sometimes it's not fair because these individuals need to go to the hospital or they need to go to the behavioral health center. And most of the time they'll try to regulate their medications. Or sometimes the psychiatric doctor will tell you, we already did all we could with their medications and there's nothing else we can do with their medications. So they'll hurry up and cite you at the hospital or the mental health behavioral health centers if you don't take this resident back. But this resident that they have, they want to send back is dangerous to your nursing home. But why is it it's not fair for the nursing home to get cited or the nursing home administrator to do a 2567 because they decided that they do not want to accept this resident back. Sometimes as administrators, we take that hit because you don't want to continue to explain to someone else's family member that their loved one just got hit, got bruised up by someone else, and you can't control this person. So sometimes you take that hit because you're like, look, I can't have that person come back in. Plus, if they already hit staff and hurt staff, you just can't do it. You just got to take that hit. And it's crazy because the nursing home administrators in the nursing home, we take this hit. The hospitals don't take this hit. Behavioral health centers don't take this hit because they make sure that they say this is acute. This is not a long term. They can't just stay here and live there, but they can stay there and live there until they find someone. But the issue is a lot of these places, we have lack of resources or places for these individuals to go. A lot of people always judging, oh, this person have this person have this right here, but the resources are very, very limited. But as a nursing home administrator, you have to, it's your job to be able to become very, very creative when it comes to the discharge or learn what's out there. And my job is I learn what's out there because I don't want it to be a difficult thing for me to have to do a 30-day discharge. So I hope I explained that very well when it comes to the difference between a Medicaid and a Medicare discharge and how can it be hard for us as a nursing home administrator, which is very, very difficult. It can be very, 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 very difficult. Also, speaking about the 2567s, which basically is a self-reportable, like I told you guys, it also become an issue as well with a nursing home administrator. If they do a self-reportable and certain surveyors cite them, some of them feel like that's not fair. If I know that this happened in my facility and I am reporting it and I'm getting all my documentation like I'm supposed to, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to, why am I getting cited? That's not fair for certain individuals to get cited when they report it. So that's what happens is a lot of people don't understand, and also a lot of people like to blame the CMS. CMS is federal government. The surveyors that come and cite you, they work for the state. They work for long-term care, one of the offices of long-term care for the state. So basically, you have to go look and see who is training this individual that come in there. And also, it's very, very good for you to have a great relationship with your surveyor, so you can sit down with them and talk with them and let them know exactly what's going on. And some of those surveyors are very, very understanding if you respect the surveyor. There have been some times where I heard that some administrators are very disrespectful to surveyors. You don't want to do that. That is not okay to be disrespectful to administrators. To surveyors. Surveyors, they still just like us. They don't want their feelings to be hurt, just like us. We don't want our feelings to be hurt. That's the reason why we sit down, we figure out the issue, figure out the problem, and you have to come up with the best solution. The best solution that's possible for you to let your surveyor know that you are working on this and you got this handled. You cannot go in there and shake your head. I don't know what's going on. I don't know I never say I don't know. Never, when the surveyor comes in, never say, I don't know. I don't have a clue. No. Even if it happened before you, you can say, look, I wasn't here at the time. Let's get all the information that whatever you need, I'll make sure you get whatever information you can get. I'll also work on this to make sure that everything is fine. So that right there could be a huge thing when it comes to nursing home administrators. Another issue that we have is AMAs. AMAs is basically when individuals leave against medical advice. That could be also an issue as well when it comes to nursing home administrators. Sometimes individuals that are at this hospital, they are at this hospital. Some of them that have Medicaid, and it depends on what kind of Medicaid that they have. A lot of individuals will tell these people who have Medicaid, oh, you have Medicaid, you can do therapy if you have Part B, and they come in a nursing home thinking they have they got Medicaid, they get Part B with therapy, and sometimes they can't. They just have regular Medicaid, and they say, why would I be in a nursing home? I don't want to be in a nursing home if I'm not getting therapy. I want to leave. I want to leave right now. I need to go right now. We didn't have to go get our business office manager. We had to sit them down, talk with them, go over everything, just for us to sit down and try to talk to this person. But what's the point of talking to someone if they are adamant that they want to leave if they cannot get therapy? If their insurance cannot pay for therapy and the nursing home is not finna pay for therapy for them, the owners, they can't get therapy. You wasting your time even having a conversation. Plus, when they tell you they have somebody to help them care for them and all this. So a lot of nursing homes do get AMAs because when they go into these hospitals or they go into these other facilities and something happens, a lot of people don't give them the correct information. So when they finally come to the nursing home and we have everything set up. We have to go through this whole 9 yards of admission planning and planning, computer work, everything for they get here, medication, the whole 9 yards, just for them to walk in the building and the next day they say, no, I don't want to be here, then because they can't get therapy, or they didn't think that the nursing home was going to be that type of place. Because if they trying to get therapy and they want to get therapy, guess what? What if we do have therapy for them? They can't get therapy. But if the therapy is individuals that's coming in there at 7 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, and they say, this is our time slot, they're like, that's too early in the morning. I don't want to do that. That's too early. Some of them say, well, I could do therapy at home with home health. And I'm like, I don't want to be here. Guess what? If they continue to be adamant about them want to leave, then this is a conversation that we can get with the doctor and the nurse practitioner and the MD. Because okay, they want to leave. So if they want to leave, then this is a discharge. This is going to be a regular discharge. This will not be considered an AMA. So that'll be a great thing. But the thing is, sometimes you will have an AMA out of the blue. And AMAs can affect the nursing home. It can affect the quality ratings. And you don't want to affect the quality ratings. But when it comes to the hospitals, they're going to do whatever they can to clear the bed. So whatever they have to tell that person for them to clear the bed so they don't have to get nothing on them, guess what? Guess who's going to get it? The nursing home going to get it. They don't care that the nursing home going to get it because they want to make sure it's off of them. And that's where it becomes an issue with these AMAs. So, like I said, that right there is a huge issue when it comes to us. Psychotic medications. Psychotic medications can also have effect on nursing home plus the quality ratings. If you have too many individuals who are on psychotic medication, you have to have a psychotic medication reduction program. And like I said, I have been at a behavioral nursing home. So you at a behavioral nursing home, guess what? Your quality rating is not going to be that high due to you have so many individuals on psychotic medications. So I try to go and try to figure out, get with the DON so we can list all the residents that's there that are on psychotic medication. What medication do they have? Put them on a reduction program so we can try to reduce their medications as much as possible. And that's how you really know if you basically in a behavioral nursing home, because a lot of administrators don't even know they're in a behavioral nursing home until they say, what's going on here? What's going on here? First thing you need to do is do a list of who on psychotic medications. That is very, you have to do that. Plus, when you go into your regular nursing meetings, it's good for you to go to the regular UR meetings because you would know who on psychotic medications, because you have to know who's on antibiotic medications. You have to know who having different things, who have a trach, all these things, weight loss, everything. You have to go over all these things. So psychotic medications is one of those things that would be on their list for you to have on there. Like I said, psychotic medications, this is also a one that's for me, like, even if it's a behavioral nursing home, of course they're going to need psychotic medication. Me as a nursing home administrator, I never understood why does this have effect on the quality ratings. Like, I know quality ratings, I understand quality ratings, why, and all this other stuff. But if you're in a nursing home, they need medications, and you have the doctors, the nurse practitioners, the MDs that come in there with the psychiatrists that come in there and say, yes, this person needs behavioral medications. This right here we need. Why do they mess up the quality? Plus, if you're basically saying, because you have these individuals who's taking psychotic medications, the quality of ratings should go down. Basically, you are saying that, okay, with the CMS, okay, this place right here have individuals who need psychotic medications. So your quality rating is going to go down because you basically have individuals there who have mental illness, behavior issues, and that's not a great quality. But what if these individuals are on medication and these medications are managing their behaviors or anything, but still, it still could be an issue. It doesn't matter. Even if you have a reduction program and you reduce it, it could better your quality rating. But that's something that I just don't understand. Like, I understand, but I don't like it. I really don't like it. I don't like that you have individuals who are on psychotic medications and it affects your quality rating. I don't like it. That right there is I don't like that. It's different between hospital stays or readmission to the hospitals. Like, that right there would make sense. Okay, you have individuals that continue to go to the hospital, be readmitted to the hospital. Like, okay, I totally understand that. But psychotic medications, like, that right there is a difficult one for me. Like I said, we are discussing some issues that administrators are having in nursing homes during the pandemic and tridemic. It doesn't matter. And these are a couple of things that we have issues with. And I do these videos because they are therapeutic for me. It's for me to be able to talk about some things, and also nursing home administrators to be able to watch it to understand there's other individuals that like themselves that also have these issues as well, and they don't have to go through what yes, we go through the same thing, but how do we go over it? And to understand other nursing home administrators go through the same thing as they do. Like I said, discharges is a lot. Involuntary discharges, plus when it comes to Medicare and Medicaid, understanding the difference, it can be also an issue. Plus when you have behavioral health centers and not the many resources that are surrounding your nursing home, it can be very, very difficult. Plus with transportation, they definitely can be a issue. AMAs, we talked about AMAs with that. Plus when individuals think that they have Medicaid and they probably have Part B to get therapy, and they find out they don't have Part B of therapy, they want to leave, they want to get out, and we have to make sure that you give the MD. If they continue to say they don't want to leave, they want to leave, then you can kind of say, okay, this is not an AMA. The MD and the MP approve it, but sometimes there could be some times where you do have a AMA situation that can affect your nursing home. Like I said, this is episode 5, where we are discussing certain issues. We just discussed those issues. Like I said, I'm gonna go into more details with a lot of other things and names and everything. I just want to make sure that before I get to that, these are some episodes of things that I want to talk about, and I also will be bringing my brother on as well to speak to you guys, because that's the reason why, like I said, I became a nursing home administrator, because my brother, he was placed in a nursing home, and now I have him placed in a care home, so now he's in a care home. So me and him will definitely have some discussions where he can give you guys his experience of actually being a resident in a nursing home. My brother been in a nursing home since 2000. He left the nursing home in last year at the end of 2021. At the end of 2021, that's when he became in a care home. So for 20 years, he been in a nursing home longer than he have not been in a nursing home. So he was there with a car accident. He became quadriplegic. So he will give you guys his insight of being in a nursing home, and this is the reason why I became a nursing home administrator. So I understand what it means to have a family member that's in a nursing home, because I grew up in a nursing home because my older brother was in a nursing home, and I also understand as a nursing home administrator to run a nursing home what we go through as being the administrator of a nursing home. So you guys would get all of these perspectives. You would get every perspective of me. You would get the nursing home administrator's side of me perspective. You will also get my perspective of how I feel when it comes to the legislative, outside of the world as a whole, and as a family member as well, having a loved one in a nursing home. So we will go over those things. We will talk about these things, and like I said, I will do these videos once a week. They will be up on Mondays, every Monday. So we're going to get more interested. It's going to get very, very interesting. I just want to make sure that, I'm getting used to the podcast. This is my first time having a podcast. So I want to get used to it, and I want to make sure my personality come out and everybody gets to know who I am and love me, and ask me whatever type of questions. So it would get to that point, and I know it would get to that point. So you guys work with me. Like I said, go and follow me on all platforms, and as I continue to build, I would like for you guys to continue to watch me and watch everything that's going on. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Like I said, go and follow me on all platforms. Go and follow me on IG, Black BLAHC period content, Black org on Twitter, Black on YouTube, where you can see this whole video, and LinkedIn. I will be on LinkedIn. You can go Tammy Scott, LNHA, comma MHSA. So that's my license and then my degrees. So please follow us and everything. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, this is episode 5. Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate it. Everything you guys do. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.